I'm too gangster for these raps, too gangster for these streets, too gangster for these streams. That should be Pooh Shiesty's new song, new mantra, whatever. If he ever gets out of if he ever gets out of this situation, because bro, what are we doing here? I blame Suge Knight. Yep, and Ice Cube. I'm just go ahead and say, although hip hop has done some beautiful things for our community, it has set some examples that have been detrimental. Salute to all of the early birds. Mr. Beto, what it look like? Machete, Buffalo in the building. But yeah, I don't want to get off topic. I mean, I know people are still showing up and all of that, but yo, I blame Suge Knight and Ice Cube. Upon further review, I actually kind of forgive. Well, not that I was holding a grudge, but I understand Brian Turner in the way he made me feel. Pause. When I went to go visit him, and I felt like he was ducking me. No, that we maybe we'll get into that later, whatever. But it's because of stuff like this, B. It's because of stuff like this. When Duck Down and Priority, I say it now. When Duck Down and Priority was parting ways, I said it on the song and all of that. But it was understood that all of the members of Boot Camp Clique, that's us, me and my boys, niggas was gonna be doing solo projects, so on and so forth. So while Duck Down and Priority was still ironing out their differences, Drew High had Priority send everybody their releases so they could start doing what they want, whether it was looking for solo deals, working on whatever. And Brian Turner, CEO of Priority Records at the time, he sent everybody's releases except for Rock. Now it was understood that long before this that if Priority and Duck Down parted ways, that Priority had first rights at Helter Skelter, right? We knew that, but they didn't withhold Helter Skelter's rights. They only withheld Rockness Monster's rights, and that was weird. I called Drew, told me that. I'm like, what does that mean? He didn't know. I felt like it was something shady. I got on the plane, went to California to try to figure out what was what. When I got to the office, it felt like niggas was hiding Brian Turner from me. I'm like, where's Brian? He's the top. I don't know who else to talk to. I mean, yes, I'm familiar with the whole, with the rest of the staff, but why would I talk to them? It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not in control of it. It wasn't them who would have sent or withheld my my walking papers. So I get there and I'm asking people where, I'm in the office and I'm asking people where's Brian Turner, and people are really acting like he not there, until I ran into somebody that I was really for real cool with. I didn't even think she still worked there anymore, but a great friend of mine, salute to Dana Mason. I didn't even know she worked there anymore. I see her, she produces Brian Turner. Next thing I know, in a short amount of time, I have a record deal that, I'm like, this nigga's bugging. I holler at Drew High. Drew High's like, take the deal, bro. But anyway, I've told that story on other platforms. I understand why Brian Turner, if he was actually hiding, I understand why he was hiding. Because y'all heard the story of Ice Cube, right? So Ice Cube came up to Priority Records and went and took baseball bats to all of the plaques and all of that, whatever. Did all of that. And then Suge Knight, on the rise or the creation of Death Row during that incubation story, Suge Knight, the legend is, he went, took goons to have a meeting with Easy E, and it got crazy. The story is that they were assaulted with, you know what I'm saying, with bats and so on and so forth. And You know, now there are different versions of the story. Somebody said cause and effect. They lied to Ice Cube. I hear you. I hear you. But here we are today, right? And what did Gucci Man do to Pooh Shiesty? I don't know. I don't know the whole story. That's not, this is not my field of familiarity. Like I'm not an expert in this topic, in this section of hip hop. So, you know, so who is it? The Trinity Jam. You said they lied to Ice Cube. I answered, what did Gucci do to Pooh Shiesty? And you said Gucci ain't do nothing but bless Pooh. Right. I mean, I guess that's right. But far as I know, I don't know where the smoke came from. I do remember some time ago when Gucci Man made a video and he was talking about he freeing, he letting everybody go from his label except for Pooh Shiesty and somebody else. I think his name was Fujiato or something like that. Salute to him, right? But Pooh Shiesty was still locked up. I saw that as okay. The way through my understanding, my perception, the way I process information, I saw that as a solid. Like yeah, whatever. I don't know why he dropped his whole all of his other why he dropped all of his other artists, but I saw that as a solid to Pooh. Like I ain't gonna drop the man while he locked up. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's profitable to me or not, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold it at least till he. So again, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that versed in this topic, right? But I saw it as a solid. Trini says that's because Pooh was still a moneymaker. Okay, maybe that's the truth. So I don't know what happened that made Pooh. What happened that made Pooh Shiesty come home? This man been home for how long? How long Pooh Shiesty been home? How long did he do? You know what I'm saying? If anybody has that information, put it in the chat. I'm trying. I just powered up my other phone. I'm gonna see what's up. See if I could get my little researchery on. Pooh Shiesty released from prison in October 2025. They said this robbery that we haven't yet gotten into happened in January. So you mean to tell me October, November, December, January, it took you 3 months or less than 3 months for you to decide to travel across state lines. I mean, like the details is crazy. They say he's from Memphis, right? Am I correct? Is he from Memphis? He did 3 years. Thank you. Thank you for that, Geeky Zeke. Said he did 3 years, and if I'm not mistaken, he's from Memphis, right? Came home and in 3 months traveled across probably 3 state lines. Let me look at the map of America right quick. Goodness gracious. America map. Let's see. Hmm. Tennessee. He could have got there the shortest way. He got to go through Arkansas, then to Texas. So that's travel across 2 state lines. But there's also Louisiana in the mix, depending on where he had. Nigga travel across wild state lines to rob and kidnap the CE. Now, all right. So kidnapping is a tricky term in law. Like you don't have to actually take a person from a location to another location and hold them. If you walk up in somebody's crib, back out. You ain't even gotta back out. If you walk in somebody's spot and intimidate people and tell them that they can't leave, can't nobody leave, you've just kidnapped all of those people according to the law. So I'm hearing like I seen wild videos on it, so I'm a little bit all over the place with it, right? I seen the the white people press conference that they made about the whole situation. They's talking about they got all like it was 9 niggas who well 8 people got arrested. The ninth one is on the run, whatever. They said they expecting him in Atlanta. Like they already know where dude going. Oh yeah, but that's right. This happened months ago. This ain't new news. So one of these dudes is still at large. Uh they saying that they got records of dudes like Greyhound buses leaving from Dallas on the way back to wow. Wow business, B. Hold on a second. Let me see something. How far is Memphis from Dallas? I mean, yes, I saw the. I looked at the map. I seen the state lines and all of that, but let's get a little bit specific. 450 miles is what it's saying. It's a 6 hour and 36 minute drive. You know what kind of determination that is right there? Did they drive all the way there with slam dancers? Or did they pick up the slammers when they got there? This is wild, B. It's wild. But one thing is clear. I'm reading comments right now. One thing is clear though. Son does not have Pooh Shiesty when I say son. Salute to him. I'm not going, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But um, he does not have the temperament for longevity in this game. He may have the skills. I don't know. I don't really know his music like that. But somebody just he may have the skills. I'm not sure. Whatever. He definitely. He. I mean, he has something. He has the skill to be successful. He's put out a lot of records. From what I understand, that have done well. Success, yes. Longevity, hell no. And let's talk about the fact that his father was one of the accomplices for a second. I mean, I thought Ti, I thought Ti and his sons doing dirt in a rap beef was noteworthy. You understand? Now I'm not going to tell nobody to listen. I know what y'all thinking. It's the worst. It's the worst. That's the worst thing you could think is for somebody to be out here doing crime with their son. But they have your kid out here doing crime, this, that, and the third. Yes, I'm not saying it's not a good thing. It's not a good look or no. It's more than not. It's more than not just a good look. It's one would say it's bad parenting. One would say it's all kind of things, and I wouldn't disagree with none of that. But the family business is the family business from where I sit. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, some family businesses is music. Some families are restaurateurs, so if that's a word. And I know those families who grew up all hood. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm not condoning nothing they do, but I'm not about to dig on that pause. You know what I'm saying? Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Um, we pause practitioners here. Matter of fact, welcome to the nation. I'm your host, your tour guide, Mr. Monster Man Rocco. I'm the owner, tenant, janitor. I mop the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hype, do all the things that make a page pop. You know what I'm saying? Click the link, click all of the links in the bio. Some will lead you to music if you rather hear me rap than hear me yap. Some will lead you to merch, hats, shirts, hoodies, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And spell things correctly when you hear it. Particularly the names of our dignitaries. It's Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. It's A's and H's. It's Monster, not Monster. So A, no E's and R's. It's ROCK, unless you're a Crip. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all polish. I'm familiar. And it's BCC, not BBC. Pause. That's what your girl said. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. The family business aspect of it all is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. Not hilarious. I'm sorry, that's the wrong word. But it's crazy. You know, it is shocking. Even though I know some niggas who, I know people who their whole families is gangster. You violate one, it's gonna happen. It's just the reality. It's just in some situations. I don't like it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to harp on that. But it is a hell of a caveat to the situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, People are running around already talking about Gucci Mane snitch. I heard in one of these, one of the vlogs or reports that I watched about it, that what somebody from Gucci Mane's entourage, his security was a cop, off duty cop or something like that. So, um, I don't know whether or not Gucci Mane snitched, but you're not going to be a cop and something happen like that, and you get away with not saying nothing. Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying. I think that's an interesting asterisk on the situation. Like, I don't know how it works, but I did hear that information, so I would like for those, talking about the situation to factor that into the math. Anyway, good luck to all parties involved. I heard Zip the Drip. Salute to him. I heard him saying he's not wasting his free. He's not about to be saying free Pooh Shiesty and all of that. He said he not wasting his free such and suches on niggas who on this right here, and niggas like that. Me personally, I don't waste my free such and suches on niggas who have already copped out. I don't waste my free such and suches on niggas who did horrible ish or whatever. Well, I think that goes without saying. But if you already know what time you're about to get, like you know your sentence, you know what I'm saying? You already convicted. We know when you're getting out. You're not trying to appeal your situation. I'm not really wasting my free such and suches on those either. But this situation right here, this may, I don't know the guard, so I'ma just say good luck to all parties involved. You understand what I'm saying? So with that, I'm out. Rock on, rock on. If you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 microphones. Rock on, rock on.